Hi, welcome to Stock Takes. We're going to go through how to add items to a transfer. First, let's view our transfers. This will show you where the transfers are coming from and to, the status of them, how many items are on the transfer, and the percentage received. Let's create a new one. Here we can select the origin of the transfer, where it's going to. So in this case, from our warehouse to our London store. We can give it a name if we want to, otherwise one will be generated for us, and create that. You can see we have a new transfer now. You can see where it's from, where it's going to, and the date it was created. We have some external notes, or you can add internal notes for your staff. Some will be generated automatically by the app as well. And now we can add some items to it. If we go to this option here, we can add and edit these items in Shopify. Our transfers are integrated with Shopify transfers, so you can use their editor in Shopify, which is really good, to add and edit the line item quantities in Shopify admin. You can add items via the pop-up, like so. We can add items via point of sale. How we can do this, if we jump over to point of sale on the right hand side of the screen, we can open our transfer orders tile. This will show us any transfers that are coming to or from our location. We can select the transfer. We can then go add items. This will open up the camera scanner, or if you're using an external scanner, you'll be able to do it on this page. For example, a hardware scanner, Bluetooth scanner, or socket scanner. Or you can also search by clicking this button at the top. Here we can search by name, SKU, or barcode. We can select the product and add some to the transfer. Again, we can do this until we're happy. If we need to make any changes, we can select the item and update its quantities or remove it like so. Let's see what other options we have in Shopify admin. So we can also add items via a file if we're using a different system to generate these, or we've determined it in Excel. You can import these items. Here you can import it via product variant ID, the SKU, or the barcode, and those will be added to your transfer automatically. Or we can generate the transfer automatically. On the bottom option here, you can see generate items. This will use the replenishment limits that you've set in our app, the incoming and available stock in Shopify, to determine what items need to be added to your transfer. So for example, we can refill a location up to its maximum replenishment limit from what's available at the origin. Or if we're concerned about taking all the inventory from the origin, for example, taking all the stock from a warehouse, you can select this option here. This will then refill a store up to its maximum replenishment limits while respecting the minimum limits of the warehouse to ensure we always have some stock at the warehouse available for online orders, for example. And we have some other options down the bottom. You can also filter what products are included in this by status, so active and draft products. Or you can also limit this down by a specific vendor or by specific tag. These will be generated in the background for you while we do all the calculations to ensure that you're replenishing the right amounts. And you'll get an email when this is complete, where you'll be able to then view the transfer and see all the items that have been added. Once you're happy with all the items that have been added to a transfer, you can click Mark as Ready on either point of sale or Shopify admin, and then your transfer will be ready to be packed.